Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is Mr. Besi, the head of department for mathematical literacy and life sciences. Welcome back to another video. Today we will be going over inequalities, just a quick introduction, nothing much. I will be posting a part 2 next week, Monday. Monday is for mathematics, guys. Monday is for mathematics, so stay tuned. We will be posting mathematical videos every Monday of every week. Another thing here at EduRise, we have free registration for until the 30th of June. So we do online classes as well as face-to-face classes for all subjects, for STEM subjects. So register today before our special ends, and let us get straight into the video. Make sure you like, you subscribe, watch until the end. There are very, very important points that I want to talk about in the middle of the video, so make sure you don't miss anything, and let's get right into it. And today we are going to be doing inequalities, just a few basics on inequalities and just sort of an introduction to inequalities. Let's get through the first thing. So the first thing that I'd like you guys to know are the symbols, right? So these are very, very important symbols that you should understand. So when the inequality sign is facing the right hand side, meaning facing obviously this way, just like that, it means it is less than, meaning this number on the left hand side will be less than the number on the right hand side. And if the inequality sign is facing the left hand side, that means the number on the left hand side is greater than the number on this right hand side. No? And then when it is less than or equal to, obviously it will be shown with the inequality sign and then a line beneath it, obviously showing that it is less than or equal to. This number on the left hand side is less than or equal to the number on the right hand side. Same with this side, greater than or equal to, the number on the left hand side is greater than or equal to the number on the left hand side. Right, then something I want to mention is there's something I call the flip rule. So the direction of the inequality sign must be reversed whenever you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number. So I'll quickly show you guys what I mean by that. So let's say, for example, actually no, I'll show you in between the video. Just stay tuned. I'll show you what I mean by this flip rule. Very, very, very important. Now, for interval and graphical notation, so interval notation, let's start with graphical notation. So when we have a circle, when we have an open circle, that means we are excluding the number on where the open circle is. And then when we have a closed circle, a circle that is colored in, it means that we are including the number that we're coloring in, where our circle lies. Then for brackets, parentheses basically looks like this, right? And then we have a number here. That means we are excluding the number here. Then when we have square brackets, that means we are including the number here, right? Now, if you don't understand what's going on, don't worry. I will explain everything now in the video when we get to the example. So the first example, we have our first example, solve for x. Our goal is to isolate x by moving 7, meaning we want all the x on the left hand side and all the numbers on the right hand side. So how are we going to do that? We're going to move this x to this side, and when we move it to this side, it will become negative 7, right? So we're going to say x is greater than 12 minus 7, right? Then what is 12 minus 7? Again, we're going to say x is greater than 5, right? Now this is your solution. This is a solution. In interval notation, we would write our parentheses 5 to infinity, right? So this is basically just the gist of it. It's very, very simple. nothing to this example. Remember we have 4x, meaning 4 multiplied by x. What we're going to do is we're going to isolate the x, and also we're not going to flip the inequality sign because our 4x is positive. So how we're going to isolate the x, we're going to divide 4 on both sides. So when we divide 4 on both sides, we're left with, let me just write it down so that you guys can see what's going on. So we have 4x is less than or equal to 20. So we need to divide 4 on both sides. Divide 4 on both sides, we're left with x is less than or equal to 5, right? Now, in interval notation, since this 5 is included, we're going to say negative infinity. Remember, we always start with negative infinity. 5 included, we use our square brackets because it is included. Example, I'm going to show you guys what I was speaking about when I spoke about the flip rule, right? So we're going to use the flip rule in this case, right? So as we can see, we have a negative 3x, meaning we will be doing negative division, which means we will be using the flip rule. So what it basically means is, in this case, we know that we have multiplication here, meaning we will have to divide by negative 3, right? And divide by negative 3 on both sides. So now we have x, and the inequality sign will flip and face the other side, is greater than negative 4, right? Did you guys see that? Our inequality sign, at first it was facing that way, and now it is facing this way because of our negative division. When you're negatively dividing with something on both sides, our inequality sign will flip. Now into interval notation, so negative 4, positive infinity, just like that. Now, because x is greater than negative 4, we will start by negative 4 and we will use parentheses because our negative 4 is not included. It is excluded because x is greater than negative 4, right? Now, for this example, I want you guys to pay close attention. We have 2x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 7. Right? Now, the first thing we do is we work with our addition or subtraction. In this case, we have subtraction before we divide anything. So we're going to move our 5 to the other side of the inequality sign. Then we will have 2x is greater than or equal to 7 plus 5, right? Then we have 2x. It is important to show all your steps. 2x is greater than or equal to 12. Now we will divide both sides by 2. Then we will have x is greater than or equal to 6, right? Now in interval notation, we will write, so in interval notation, as we can see that the 6 is included, so we're going to use our square brackets. Apologies for the square bracket, let me fix it up. Because 6 is included, we're going to use square brackets, press a comma, to positive infinity, just like that. For this example, we're going to be dealing with a bracket. So nothing major. We're going to distribute our 3 inside of bracket, right? We're going to have 3x, right? 3 multiplied by x is 3x, and 3 multiplied by negative 2, right? Remember, we're taking the negative 2 sign with. 3 multiplied by negative 2 is negative 6, is less than 15, right? Now, does that not look much easier to do? Now, I'm going to work with our negative or subtraction first. So we're going to say 3x, move the negative 6 to the other side of the inequality sign. It will be 15 plus 6. Then what is 15 plus 6? It is 21. Then we're going to divide both sides by 3, right? Then we're left with x is less than 7, right? X is less than 7. In interval notation, we will say negative infinity. Negative infinity is excluded. And that is basically the gist of inequalities. Nothing very difficult. Um, Guys, is it for our video today. If you need any more help, make sure to just comment down what else you want us to make a video of, and we will definitely make a video of that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you join EduRise today. We offer online classes as well as face-to-face classes based in Cape Town. But if you live anywhere else, we offer also online classes. Make sure you check out our socials. I will leave the link in the description. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you in the next one.